Welcome to CSL TV. And we about to talk about the most deadliest hitman that walked among us. Now y'all already know they no longer with us. But before I get into this content, I just hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. You know, in the Midwest, the weather is so. It's supposed to be like that because we're in our winter seasons. Now, you can help me out by subscribing to the channel because it's free. It costs you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You'll be doing a good deed by helping me out. Like and comment down below. The feedback, I use that, you know what I'm saying, to bring you guys content many different ways. And it's just a reaction, a review channel, and an informational channel and shit like that. So, any negativity will get blocked. There's some positive shit moving forward. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's get it. Now, when I look at this guy, and they call him the Iceman, I say to myself, oh, you the bad guy, huh? They call you the Iceman, but you're only number 3. That's it. Not number 1, number 3.
Kill. Oh, an approximate guess. Approximate will go with more than 100.
It's scary to imagine what some people would do for money. Today, we're covering 3 of the deadliest hitmen who walked among us. Number 3, the Iceman. Richard Leonard Kuklinski was born in 1935 to an abusive household.
What's the worst beating you ever took from your old man?
I don't think there's much difference in any of them. They were all pretty bad. He left his mark on me, pretty much.
A one-time altar boy, he started showing pathological behavior in his early teens, killing animals and teenagers who bullied him.
One part of my life, I killed people for nothing. Just for somebody to look at me wrong, I would kill them.
You mean to tell me he killed people for fun? Over 100 people, about 100 people, over 100 people. You just out here fucking killing people? Somebody do one of these, you gotta die. What the fuck? Somebody give you one of these, you gotta die. Somebody give you one of these, what? You gotta die. Like, damn. Fucking all that hate in your body for, man. We know you didn't have a lot of love growing up. It's cool. We understand that. But look for the love that you're missing. Don't fucking kill shit because you're not getting the love.
Stab him, shoot him.
At 6'5" and 300 pounds, he grew into a physically intimidating man. He made his way into the criminal underworld, becoming a top enforcer for the DeCavalcante crime family and the New York City Mafia.
You tended to shoot people up close and personal.
Definitely. I wanted to tell them just before they left. I wanted to say goodbye.
Did you like to look them in the eye?
I wanted them looking straight at me.
At home, he maintained the image of a respectable businessman with the perfect family, making home movies and going to church. While he hid his double life from his family for as long as possible, they found themselves on the receiving end of his volcanic temper many times. For 38 years, his reign of terror claimed many lives. His favorite method of killing was cyanide.
How many people have you killed?
Oh, an approximate guess. Approximate will go with more than 100. I don't really get anything from hitting anybody, hurting anybody, shooting anybody. Does nothing for me.
And he wasn't called the Iceman just for being a cold-blooded killer. He liked to chop up his victims and freeze their corpses to confuse investigators about the time of death. Fortunately, the killer giant was caught in 1986 when this undercover agent caught him saying too much on the phone. 2 years later, he was convicted of the murders of 5 associates and sentenced to life in prison.
See, what did I tell you guys? I knew they call him the Iceman because he put your body parts in a box. That's why I call him the Iceman. Now, I don't understand why he had to go around killing people for when he was a kid. He lived a good life, man. I can see a lot of us want that, you know. Everybody wants that, the good life. And he seemed to have the good life. But he was living the double life. And it caught up to him.
in 2006. Number 2. The Hook.
The number 2 guy. The Hook.
Harry Peralt Ailman was born in 1939 to an Italian mother and a Mexican-born father, who was himself involved in the Chicago crime scene. Harry's father was extremely abusive, and the beatings only stopped when he went to jail, leaving the family without much to survive. So, Harry took on boxing and became famous for his hard left hook, earning him the name. In his early 20s, the Hook committed his first crime when he broke the jaw of a police commander's son.
Damn, he hit that hard that he broke the police officer's son,
for which he received 2 years probation. Throughout the 60s, Ailman was arrested for all kinds of crimes, such as armed robbery, grand theft auto, illegal gambling, aggravated assault, and aggravated kidnapping. In 1964, Ailman married a widow named Ruth Felper Mustari, and together with her 4 children, they had a strong family.
It was very important for Harry to develop a relationship with each one of us. He just loved family and kids, and real sweet person that way. Very loving. I had a very loving father, so I'm lucky.
But in the 1970s, Ailman began working as an enforcer for the Chicago Outfit, the most brutal crime syndicate in the city. His work focused on collecting a crime tax from criminals, or else.
They call him the Hook, though, because he ain't did no wrong yet. He did a whole bunch of gang shit. But we ain't heard no, you know what I'm saying? We ain't heard nothing big yet. Number 3, SoCar been going in, not promoting violence or nothing or glorifying the shit. I'm just saying, these crazy psycho motherfuckers. Number 3 done more than number 2 so far. But they both lived the family life. It's crazy that they both lived the family life to the T-perfect, show love, express love. But they didn't grow up with the shit, and they turned out to be thugs. So we about to watch the rest of this motherfucker.
So a career burglar that did nothing but burglarize. If he became known to the outfit, they would then approach him and tell him, "We control crime in this city. If you want to continue to burglarize, you're going to have to pay us a tax." Harry Ailman did this full-time for several years, strong-arming all these peripheral criminals into becoming moneymakers for the outfit.
Authorities believe he committed at least 18 mob hits in the 70s and 80s.
Well, goddamn, I spoke a little too fucking fast. This dude did 18 mob hits. Are you serious? 18 mob hits? You got to be a bad boy to do something like that on the mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Preferred to kill New York style by doing his hits out in the open for all to see, fearing no one. In 1972, Ailman was arrested for the murder of William Logan, who'd been trying to stop him from hijacking a truck. With the evidence stacked against him, he hired infamous mob attorney Robert Cooley, who secretly offered the judge $10,000, and Ailman was acquitted in a bench trial. Still, in 1978, he got a 30-year sentence for other crimes, but was paroled after 11 years for good behavior.
That's when the FBI got involved, really got involved, because Harry was walking.
We were notified the minute he got out of jail. We know that he's going to get together with his cronies and they're going to celebrate his release. And so we want to cover that. It's almost like covering a mob wedding. We want to see who the guests are for the same reason.
I just want you to know, I waited a long time for you to come home, and that I love you with all my heart.
In 1990, Judge Wilson took his own life. 3 years later, it all came crashing down when Cooley confessed to everything, including the bribery, so Ailman was re-indicted.
He was the first person in U.S. history to be tried for a murder for which he had previously been acquitted.
Ailman was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to up to 300 years, but he never made it that far. In 2010, he died of lung cancer. Number 1.
Well, at least he got to die of a natural cause instead of somebody taking him out. You know what I'm saying? He died of lung cancer and shit. He can't say about that. And he is an old motherfucker right now, so at least he did get to die as an old person, you know. Shit, the animal. Man, y'all see how big his motherfucking head is? God damn. He must 8 motherfuckers, boy. Well, we about to see why he number 1. and why he called the animal, because he's a big motherfucker. He's huge from what we can see. He don't look small enough. He got a little body. He is definitely built funny.
By age 13, he'd already formed his own gang and been arrested. As a young man, he used his physique and fighting skills to make money as a professional boxer, but he was never far from the life of crime. He spent the 50s in and out of prison, where he finally entered the orbit of the New England Mafia. In the early 60s, he gained notoriety as a hitman and a loan shark who killed those who didn't pay.
I stabbed guys after 14 weeks that still continue to hide. You know, I stabbed them in the face, I stabbed them in the legs, I stabbed them in the arms, I stabbed them in the chest. You understand?
Nicknamed the Animal, Barboza was even rumored to have bitten off part of a man's cheek and gnawed on a piece of another man's skull. At the height of his criminal career, he worked as...
Yeah, I see why they call him the Animal. He a nasty motherfucker. He biting, chewing anything, you know what I'm saying, any body part, just to be like, you don't think I'll fucking do it? I'll fucking do it. I'll tell you I'll fucking do it. Watch me. He one of them type of guys. Like, hell no, I would hate to be in his path. Have to see him. Well, no. Yeah, he probably would. You never know. Probably eat on some kind of body part or something, but yeah, this shit's crazy.
a hitman for the Patriarcha crime family, but after things went south between them, he entered the witness protection program and became an FBI informant. In 1970, while under witness protection, he killed a man named Clay Wilson and served 4 years. In another murder case, he lied under oath with the knowledge of then FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover and sent 4 innocent men to jail for a 1965 murder he was involved in. The innocent convicts included Joseph Salvati, someone whose only crime was owing Barboza money.
The FBI had information at the time of the murder, at the time of the investigation of the murder, and at the time of the trial of Mr. Salvati and his co-defendants, that the individuals who were involved in the murder did not include Mr. Salvati.
Soon after his final release from jail, while walking to his car in San Francisco, Barboza was shot 4 times. Although he confessed to committing 26 murders, he's believed to have committed up to 30.
Well, his life caught up to his ass. He was just getting over on everybody for no reason, from what it sounded like. It wasn't like he was out here living a family life or none of that shit like them other guys. This motherfucker was on some other shit. He was a weird hitman, like, for real. It was like, he'll torture you type thing. That's what kind of guy that's what kind of guy he give me. Like, he'll torture you. Like, look at him. His whole posture of his forehead, of his big ass head, make you wonder, what he thinking about. And then maybe that's why he get the idea. Maybe if he eat somebody, show people he's not playing or something. I don't know what be going on in these guys' head. But anyway, that shit was wild. So I'm looking at this, and this crab is like, yeah, just a casual day hanging out. He's like, he got the deluxe special. He got flavor on his corn. And then they put these noodles in there to give his back an extra, you know what I'm saying, rub, because he been having a crappy day, you know what I'm saying? So he up here like, man, these people is giving him food while he in the hot tub?